Brilliant. So Manna NPK, the long-awaited update to the original well-used software. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and ask you a question, actually. So I don't have any time for questions, but I'm going to ask you a question. How many of you are advising on farms that are using mucks, shit, or other organic materials? Quick show of hands. Okay. I reckon that's maybe 50, 60%, probably more than I expected, actually. But I'm just going to spend the next couple of minutes talking to you about why you, as a particular group, as agronomists, would like to, should use Manna NPK, why you would like to use Manna NPK. So if I take a step back, there's a lot of different tools out there. There's a lot of different publications. There's obviously RB209, but there's a lot of other sector-specific guidance. HGCA has guidance on how to manage nitrogen. And then there is, of course, software like Planet, Muddy Boots, and they're all very good. And I think Manna probably lies somewhere in between the two. I don't really want to teach you how to suck eggs, but if we look at perhaps the value of organic manures, if you're applying broiler litter, say at around 8 tonnes a hectare to oilseed rape in the autumn, that's going to supply around about 70 kilos of nitrogen, around about 200 kilos of phosphate, and around about 140 kilos of potash. And that's really quite valuable. I don't think I'll probably need to tell you that, but it's worth around about £300 on a nutrient basis before you factor in the cost of application. It's worth around about £300. So that's very valuable. But to be honest, I think you probably already knew that. The reasons why you as agronomists might want to use this software, well, as I say, it's an update to the original software that gave you the total and available amount of nitrogen. This new software will tell you the total and available amounts of potassium and potash, phosphate and potash. It's simple and it's quick to use. That's not to say that it's not accurate. It is. And you shouldn't think that it isn't just because it is a slimmed down version of other software that's available. There's some really neat little additions to the software. There's a comment section where you could put further information. You might give some further advice. It might just be your name and fax number, but that's going to be really important information if your clients are inspected. And there's little sections like that where you can put in extra information. If you have lab analysis, some of this material is coming with some analysis, but you might do lab analysis of some slurries or some other muck. And you can augment the default values with what you have as well, so it can take into account your local variation. For those of you that want to, you can delve in more detail. There's user and technical information there. And another neat addition there is you can be able to determine the financial value of this material, and I think that's really quite neat when you're having a conversation about the implication of timing and methods. You can have quite a nice conversation there with people. Another neat addition this time is an efficiency value, and of course that's going to be determined by when and how you apply. This new version includes information on digestate. I think that's really important. We see a big increase in use of that. Also, when DEFRA and the other devolved administrations have finally confirmed their revisions to their NVZ action programs, that's going to be hardwired into this program so that if, heaven forbid, you're planning to do something that is not allowed, the software will tell you there that you're not compliant. That's a nice new warning. And then I think really importantly as well, this hasn't just been tested by farmers, it's been tested by agronomists as well. So I think it's something that you're going to be able to use, and I think certainly some of you are going to find it really useful. So I'm going to be demonstrating the software here today. I've got a copy, and if you have any questions, you can come and talk to me about how it might work for you. If the software is going to be available towards the end of January, we're just waiting for, like I said, the governments essentially to tell us how the new NVZ action programs are going to run. Once we have that information, the software will be available. You can register interest now by going to planetforfarmers.co.uk there, and you can give them your email address, and when the software is available, we'll email you and you'll be able to download that. And like I say, I'll be demonstrating it here in the coffee room. Thank you.